In this video, I'm going to walk you through the April numbers for the Kenosha real estate market. And I'm going to tell you exactly what they mean. If you're thinking about selling your home sometime this year, by the end you'll know whether this market is working for you or against you right now. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Here's the headline from April. Kenosha County's median price hit $330,000. That's up 10.2% compared to April of last year. Homes are selling in 18 days, down from 25 days a year ago. And sellers are getting 100.5% of their original list price, which means buyers are not just paying asking, they're paying over ask on average. If you've been sitting on the fence about listing your home, those three numbers should get your attention. The market is moving faster than it was just a year ago, and it's moving in the seller's direction, putting more money in your pocket. I'm Chad Scott, the mayor of Kenosha. Ollie and I are local real estate agents with eXp Realty, and we help Kenosha homeowners buy and sell every single day. This is the kind of breakdown that I do every single month so that you know exactly what's happening in our market. If you're curious about what your house could be worth in today's market, or if this is the right market for you to jump into, schedule a no pressure consultation with me with the link in the description. Now let's go ahead and get into these numbers. First, let's start with the full county picture because that's the broadest view of what's happening across Kenosha. In April, 185 new listings hit the market across Kenosha County. That's down about 5.6% from April of last year. So we have slightly fewer new homes coming on. At the same time though, 133 homes closed, which is up 9% year over year. So we have fewer listings coming in, but more homes selling. And that gap is exactly what's pushing prices higher. Median sales price in the county jumped from $299,500 last April to $330,000 this April. That's a 10.2% increase in 12 months. And on the year-to-date side, the median is up 13.2% compared to the same stretch last year. What this means for you, if you bought your home in Kenosha 5, 7, or 10 years ago, you almost certainly have more equity than you think you do. The values are not flat, they're not soft, and they're climbing at a healthy clip. Now, let's zoom into the city itself because the city tells an even more interesting story. Inside the city of Kenosha, 78 homes closed in April. That's up 23.8% from a year ago. Almost 24% more closings year over year in a single month. That's a big number. Days on market in the city dropped to 15 days last April. Last April was 28. So homes inside the city are selling almost twice as fast as they were a year ago. And here's the one that matters most if you're a seller. Sellers in the city got 101% of their original asking price on average in April. That's not a typo. The average seller priced their home when under contract above asking and closed above asking. What this tells you, buyer demand inside the city of Kenosha right now is really strong. When a buyer finds the right home, they're moving really fast and they're often competing for it. Now here's the piece that drives everything else. In the city of Kenosha, single-family home inventory is sitting at 86 homes. Last April was 101. So we have about 15% less inventory than we did a year ago. Townhome and condo inventory is down about 17%. At the county level, single-family inventory is essentially flat with the last year. So a little more breathing room countywide. But the city itself is tight. What this means for you, when inventory is tight, demand is steady. Sellers have leverage. That's the simplest way to read this market that we're in right now. Buyers are not in control right now. Sellers are. And I know what some of you are thinking. Chad, the numbers look great, but interest rates are still in the sixes. How are buyers up at all? Well, here's the truth on rates. As of this past week, the 30-year fixed rate is sitting at around 6.25 to 6.4%, depending on the lender in the day and your situation. And it's actually down from where it was a year ago. Forecasts from Fannie Mae and the Mortgage Bankers Association have the rates staying in the low to mid 6% range through the rest of 2026. Now, if that actually happens or not, that remains to be seen. So buyers have stopped waiting for 5% to come back. They've accepted that this is the rate environment, the new normal basically, and they're moving forward anyway. That's the big reason that sales are up 9% in the county and almost 24% in the city. Which means that for you as a seller, the buyer pool is not shrinking, it's adapting. The buyers who are out there right now are serious. They're pre-approved and they're ready to move when the right house comes up. And this is true when we talk to buyers that we're working with right now. They're tired of waiting for interest rates to drop to that 4 or 5%. They just can't wait anymore. They're tired of renting, tired of paying somebody else's mortgage. They're not going to wait around anymore. They're looking for that right house, and when the right house does come up, they're moving on it, and they're moving really quick. So if you're a Kenosha homeowner staying in a house that you bought 5 to 10 years ago, here's the practical takeaway. Your equity is probably stronger than you realize. The median price is up 10% year over year, and that's on top of the gains that we saw in 2024, 2025, and before. The window to sell is quickly open right now. 15 days on market in the study is fast. That tells you the right home, priced right, is selling almost immediately. And the buy-sell coordination problem, the thing that move-up sellers worry about, is more manageable in a market like this than it is in a slow market. When homes are selling in 2 weeks, you can plan your timeline with a lot more confidence. The mistake that I see homeowners make is waiting for some perfect signal. Waiting for rates to drop, another point. Waiting for prices to climb another 5%. The cost of waiting in a market that's already moving is usually higher than a lot of people think. If you're watching this from Lake County or anywhere in northern Illinois, here's the short version. Kenosha is still selling at a median of $330,000. Comparable homes across the state line are typically priced 20 to 30% higher with property taxes that can run 2 to 3 times what we pay up here in Wisconsin. The 23.8% jump in closed sales of the city of Kenosha tells you a lot of buyers are figuring the math out. I've got a full relocation breakdown video on the channel if you want to go deeper on that side. If any of this is hitting home for you, whether you're a Kenosha homeowner who's been thinking about your next move, whether that's upsizing for a bigger family, downsizing now that all the kids have gone, or just figuring out what your home is actually worth in today's market, the next best step is just a conversation. No pressure, no obligation. I'll pull the comps on your specific home, walk you through what it would realistically sell for in this market, and help you think through the timing. Click the link in the description down below here and grab a time on my calendar, and we'll hop on a quick call. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.